Okay, so let's start off with something very simple. So I'm just going to say hi for the time being. And it responded. So it said, "Hi, I'm Zara, your AI assistant from Shoppies. Need help with an order, finding the perfect gift, or have a quick question? I've got you covered. What can I assist you with today?" So let me ask it, what is your return and refund policy? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it responded. So return policy allows you to return the items within 30 days. They must be unused in their original packaging, right? And then refunds are processed within 5 to 7 business days. And those answers exactly match the answers that were uploaded to its knowledge base. So basically for the refund policy, we had said 5 to 7 business days. And for the return policy, it was 30 days. Great. So now let's test the product recommendations feature. So let's suppose that I'm looking for a gift for my sister and I need this AI agent's help in finding the best one. Okay, so I said I want to buy a gift for my sister. Can you help me find the best one? So it says, of course, can you please tell me the occasion for the gift? So let's just suppose that it's her birthday. Great. What is your budget for the birthday gift? So let's keep it tight and let's say that it's under 20. Thanks. Does your sister have any specific preferences or interests? So let's say that she likes customized gifts. I really like the way it's doing a full-drawn conversation, trying to understand my needs before giving the recommendation, right? So let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so here are some customizable gifts within your budget for your sister's birthday. So there's a leather journal, okay, and here are the details, the pricing. There's a customized t-shirt, and then there's a personalized coffee mug. And I think all of them can be customized. Yeah, right. Okay. All these items are in stock. Let me know if you would like to choose any of these or need more information. Okay, so this was great. And let me tell you that it actually looked into a database where all the products and their pricing, everything was listed. It filtered it out and gave us these 3 products. So moving forward, let's test the order tracking capability. So let's say a person ordered something and they want to know where their product is or when can they expect it to arrive. So I'm just going to say that I had ordered a coffee mug, for instance, a coffee mug last Saturday. When can I expect it to arrive? Okay, so it's asking me for an order ID. Let me fetch that for it. Okay, so here's the order ID. Okay, so it came back with the answer and it says that I can expect it by January 3rd as it's currently being processed. And if I look back into the database and if I go to that particular order ID, you can see that actually it's being processed and the estimated delivery date is the 3rd of January 2024. Now, I know it should have been 2025 and in the future, but it's fine. It's an old database. So I hope you've got a gist of how this works in action. So I've shown you the highlighted features of the agent. Now, you can obviously have a lot more features to it depending upon your business. For instance, another feature could be creating a ticket. So if someone is angry, got a wrong product, in that case, this assistant could take their details and pass it over to the team. Apart from that, if your business heavily relies on appointments, then this assistant can even assist with scheduling appointments, canceling them, rescheduling, etc. And for anyone who's ready to create this agent, let me tell you, the setup is going to be very simple. We're not going to code. We're not going to do anything fancy, right? We're going to make it as straightforward as possible. And by the end of it, you will have this bot working. So a quick introduction about myself. My name is Yashica Jain and I'm the founder of Automate.ai. Automate.ai is my AI automation agency wherein we specialize in creating AI solutions for businesses. WhatsApp chatbots are the trending solutions, if I tell you. We've built and deployed a lot of these for a lot of businesses. And that is the reason why I wanted to even cover it in one of our videos. Apart from running my own agency, I'm also an AI consultant, consulting businesses on how they can adopt AI into their business. And lastly, I run my personal brand on YouTube as well as LinkedIn. So in case you want to connect with me, the link to LinkedIn is in the description. Go there, send me a connection request, and I'd be happy to connect. If anyone's interested in working with us, then the link to our website is in the description below. Great, so now we can finally get started. So let me tell you what we'll be using to create this. So this automation that you're seeing on screen would be on n8n, which is a no-code automation platform. And for the actual WhatsApp capabilities, that is buying the phone number and, having the back and forth messaging, we will be using Twilio. Don't worry, we'll go step by step, but for the time being, all you have to do is create an account on twilio.com. The link would obviously be there in the description. So you can click on it, create an account, and you're going to get a few credits, free credits, which would be more than enough for you to buy a number and, create this, test it. And only if you're happy, you can go ahead and upgrade your plan. So once you're there, you can just search for buy a number in the search bar. Okay, and let's go here. Now you can select the country you're residing in. And once you do, just make sure all of these are blue. And then you can click on search. It's going to give you a couple of options. Now you can choose whichever one you want to go with. So for instance, if you go with this one, it's going to cost you $1.15 a month. If you're on the free trial, it's just going to deduct this money from the free credits. Once you're ready, you can click on buy and then just simply click on buy. Okay, so we have purchased the phone number. Okay, now after that, in the search bar, you can search for WhatsApp and just go to WhatsApp senders. Then you're going to click on create new sender and you're going to select the number that you had just now bought. In case you want to connect your own phone number with your WhatsApp bot, then you can go with the second option. But I would always recommend buying a fresh number and then using that for the WhatsApp agent. So let's click on continue. Then it's going to ask you to link your WhatsApp business account. So in order to do that, just click on continue with Facebook. Now, since WhatsApp is a product of Meta, you will have to go through the Meta verification process. And for the same, you would need a Facebook account. So I hope most of you do have one, but if you don't, just create one. And it doesn't really matter. You can just have a basic Facebook account and that's fine. After that, just click on continue. Then click on get started. Now after that, it's going to ask you to fill in your business information. So if you don't already have a business portfolio, you can just create a new one, enter your business name, email, website, select your country, and that's it. If you do, then just select your business portfolio. After that, click on next. Then it's going to ask you to choose a WhatsApp business account. So if you do already have one, then great. If you don't, then you can select create a WhatsApp business account and then the same for the next option as well. Then you can fill in your WhatsApp business account name. It would ask you this if you selected create a new one. If you did not, then it's not going to ask you. So you can just put the name that you would want your WhatsApp account to have, which would be visible to your customers. And then you can also select the category to which you belong. Then it's going to ask you to add a phone number, which is basically going to be associated with your WhatsApp account. Now, this is the main part. So you have to come back to Twilio. You have to copy the number that you had bought and then click on add a new number. Then paste the number and make sure your country code is correct. After that, select text message and click on next. Okay, now once you click on next, it's going to ask you to verify your number. So you're going to come back to Twilio and you will find that OTP that they're looking for right here. So just copy it and give them the code and click on next. After that, click on continue and then it will start connecting your accounts. Okay, so now the account has been connected as you can see. And then you can click on finish. And it will show you that you've successfully completed WhatsApp sender registration. In a few moments, this would change to online. It could take up to 10 minutes or something. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and set up our n8n automation. So if you're new to n8n, you might not have an account already. So in that case, click on the link in the description and create an account. You're going to get a free trial. And that's also my affiliate link, just in case you want to support the channel. And once you've created the account, you would land somewhere here. This would be empty for you. This would be blank for you. And then you can click on create workflow to start a new automation. Now, the first thing that we have to set up is going to be the trigger of the automation. So what is an event that is going to take place that would basically start this automation? So in this case, whenever the customer sends a message, we would want to start the automation. So let's go to plus and let's search for Twilio. Now, under Twilio, you will find triggers, and under triggers, you will find on new SMS, and you have to click on that. Now, I know we are targeting WhatsApp messages, but in this case, you will have to select SMS as it also incorporates the WhatsApp messages. After that, you will have to connect your Twilio credentials, basically connect Twilio and n8n. So come back to Twilio, go to Account Dashboard, scroll down, copy the SID, come back here, paste the SID here. Next up, copy the auth token, come back here and paste the auth token here. So first the SID and then the token. Then click on save and your Twilio account would be connected. So now we would actually want to test this. So basically when a customer sends a WhatsApp message to your number that you had bought, does it trigger the automation? So let's test it. So to do that, click on execute step. So just quickly come back and search for WhatsApp sender and just check whether or not your number was verified or whether or not it's online. If it's online, you can move forward. If it's not online, just wait for a few more minutes. Now just grab your phone, add this to one of your contacts, and then let's just go ahead and send it a WhatsApp message. Okay, so let me send a hi, and let's see if we are able to catch it. And there you go, we've caught it. So as you can see, there's a hi. Okay, so now this ensures that the Twilio, WhatsApp, and n8n connection is working all fine. Okay, now click on the plus icon and then select AI. At this point, you have two options. You can either go with AI agent or OpenAI. From the conversation point of view, they're the same, but a key difference is that if you go with AI agent, you won't be easily able to drag and drop your knowledge base files to it. For instance, if you want to, let's say, upload information about your business, then it's a bit tricky to do so in the AI agent module, as you might have to set up the vector store and do all that process. On the other hand, if you select OpenAI, then it's pretty simple. You just drag and drop your files. It's going to have the knowledge. So if you have just a few PDFs that you want to deal with, I would recommend going with OpenAI. After that, select Message and Assistant. So let's go ahead and set up your OpenAI account. So go to openai.com. Now, we're not talking about ChatGPT at this point. This is different. This is the API by OpenAI. So after that, all you have to do is go to API platform and then API login. Then it's going to ask you to create an account or login. So if you already have one, just log in. If you don't, create an account. After that, go to dashboard and go to API keys. Click on create new secret key, give it a name, anything, and click on create. It's going to give you a token or an API key. Come back to n8n and just, paste it under API keys and click on save. That is going to connect your OpenAI account to n8n. Now, one thing to note here would be that if you go to settings and then if you go to billing, you'll need to check if you have credit balance or not. So if you don't, then just add credit balance. You can add about $5 to $10. That should be fine. If you already have credit balance, then great, you can just come back. The next thing you have to do is create an assistant. Now, the reason why we're creating an assistant is because we want to upload files to it, okay? So go to dashboard and then go to assistants. Then click on create. That is going to create a brand new assistant for you. You can give it a name if you want to. So let's name it Shop Ease WhatsApp Agent. Now coming to system instructions, this is the place where you write the prompt of your WhatsApp agent, and based on your prompt only, it's going to do the conversation. So I already have the prompt in place. So let me show you the prompt that I've written. Also, I'm going to give you access to this prompt in the resources linked in the description below for free. You can grab it, make a few changes, and use it for your own business. So firstly, you're going to give it an identity about who it is and what it does. Then it's going to be the conversational flow, how it's basically going to chat, what all things it can chat about. So for example, it can answer general questions, it can help users track an order, it can help with product suggestions, it can help with logging a query or creating a ticket. And then lastly, we have told it a few, guidelines as to speak like this, don't speak like that, so that it does not sound robotic, right? And a few more instructions that you could copy. So you'll have access to the prompt, and then within each of these menus, you basically define how it's going to talk. So if I talk about the product suggestions one, I told it to ask for the occasion, the budget, the person they're looking for, like the person for whom they want to buy the gift, and then also the tool that it needs to call. If you're not aware of the tools yet, it's fine. I'm going to show you what tools are, and then you can add this line. You can skip it for now. But you basically just want to give it details as to how it should speak, what questions it should ask, and how it should respond. So yeah, just grab the prompt, make a few changes, and you should be good to go. The next thing is going to be the model. I think for now you can go with GPT-4o. If you're watching this a lot in the future, then there might be some other better models that you could select. But for this WhatsApp agent, I think GPT-4o is a good option. And lastly comes the feature that we've been looking for, that is file search. So you just toggle it on, click on add, and just simply drag and drop the files you want to. So your WhatsApp agent is basically going to have access to the files you drop here. So let's say you drop a PDF with 50 frequently asked questions for your business. Then anytime someone asks that question, this agent is going to look directly into that file, spot the answer, and respond based on that. So as you can see, I've put together a PDF for shop ease FAQs. So who we are, what we do, our policies, payment methods, blah, blah, blah. Now let's say someone asks, what are your business hours? In that case, it's going to give the information from here instead of just assuming things or making up things. Apart from that, you can also drop files that contain your website content. You could also drop any other files which you think would be helpful for the bot. So yeah, just drop the file here, and once it has been uploaded, just click on attach. And that's it. Now this feature wouldn't have been possible if you would have selected AI agent in the beginning, because then you have to go through that entire vector store process. But in this case, this guy created the vector store for you, so it saves a lot of headache. Okay, then you can come back. You don't have to change anything else. That's fine. Then you can come back and select the assistant. So we're going to select this one that we just now created. So after you've selected the assistant, we will actually have to type in the user prompt. Now, the prompt that we typed here was the system prompt that gives it all the context about how to speak, how to respond. But in the user message, we basically pass on the variable information. So in this case, the user WhatsApp message. So whatever they typed in the chat, we would want to pass that on as the user message. So you're going to simply write user message, and then you can just drag and drop the body right here. So as you can see, user message equals hi. Now another thing I like to include in the user message thing is now. So now is basically a way to tell it the date and time, so that it can use phrases like today, tomorrow, yesterday, right? So you can say today's date and time. So if you're wondering how I got this, let me tell you. First, you put one curly brace, then you put another curly brace, and then you select now. Okay, and as you can see, we have the time. Okay, so once this is done, you can just come out of this. You can click on memory and then just select simple memory. Then select define below here as well. And then just paste this particular expression. I'm going to include this in the resources for you to directly copy paste. Now what this is going to do is it's going to extract the number of the person and use it as a key for memory. So every time someone sends a message from that particular number, it would kind of know their previous messages for context and talk accordingly. And for the context window, you can put it as 10, so it can remember the past 10 messages. Then just click on save, and let's go back to the OpenAI Assistant and let's test it. Okay, so it came back. So it says, hey, I'm Zara, your AI assistant, blah, 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 as per our prompt. And it responded to the user message, hi. Okay, this is working all fine. And lastly, we just want to have a setup to actually send the AI generated message back to the person. So for that, again, go to Twilio and select send an SMS, blah, blah, blah. Now the from key is going to be this, which is again an expression to, extract the number that had got the message. You could have also just hard coded it and written the value, but I always like to keep it as a variable, just in case you want to use this template again and again for your other WhatsApp numbers as well. And for the to number, this is going to be the expression, again, extracting it from the received data. So actually, the data coming from Twilio does not explicitly mention the phone numbers like the to and from number. And you actually have to manipulate the data, or you can say, replace certain elements from the data in order to actually get those numbers. So yeah, you'll find both of these again in the description, the resources, copy paste it, and then toggle on the button that says to WhatsApp so that it does not count it as an SMS. And then for the message, it's going to be nothing else than the output from OpenAI. After that, just click on execute, and then you should receive a response on your WhatsApp. Okay, so this is done. Now let me see if I got a WhatsApp message. Yes, I did. So this is all good, and now you can save it. So basically, the to and fro functionality is done. At this point, your WhatsApp agent is completely capable of doing a whole conversation. If you want, you can test it back and forth, but in order to do that, you will have to turn on the automation so that it can actually do the back and forth. So once you do, you can respond to it, it's going to respond back to you, and so on and so forth. The only thing missing at this point are the tools. So remember, we had checked the database for the order tracking. We had looked into the inventory, right? All of those features. Now, in order to achieve those, we have to add something called tools to this assistant. These are the same tools as the AI agent node, and they are basically a way to give your AI agents extended capabilities. If you just want your WhatsApp agent to answer user queries based on the PDF that you had uploaded, you can stop here. Your WhatsApp agent is ready. But if you actually want to give it more capabilities, then you can consider watching ahead to create and connect the tools. So basically, for the purpose of this video, I had created this Airtable database with the first table as the inventory. So basically, for the product suggestions feature, it could look into the inventory to, recommend products. So if you had seen the demo, it had come up with the coffee mug, the t-shirt, and the journal, which were under $20. The other table I have is for the orders. So basically for order tracking. So you put the order ID, and based on that, it's going to get you the field for associated with that order. And lastly were the tickets. So let's say a person is very angry and they want to reach out to the team. Maybe they received a wrong product or something like that. In that case, they can generate a ticket using the WhatsApp agent. They can put in their name, their phone number, and email, and that is going to be added to this Airtable from where the team can reach back to them. Now, I know a lot of businesses have their own order tracking softwares. They have their own inventory softwares, databases, but I actually wanted to show a general solution from which you could learn how things are done. And based on that, you could replicate it for your own, software that you're using inside of your business, okay? So to create the tools, you're going to come back here, you're going to click on the plus icon, and then you will search for your software. Now, in this case, it's going to be Airtable, but in your case, it could be some other software that you're using, right? After that, you will have to select the resource that you want to work upon. In this case, it's going to be the record. Record is basically a row in Airtable. And then the operation here is going to be search. After that, you will have to select your database. By the way, I'm going to include the link to this Airtable database so that you can click on it and directly import it within your Airtable account. So just in case you want to build on top of it or just make a few changes and get started. So you could use that. Again, would be in the description, the resources. After that, just select the table, in this case, inventory. And now comes the main part, that is the filter by formula. Now, this is a formula that has to be written in order to query or filter out your Airtable table. So basically, let's say that I want to get all the products that are under $20. So the formula would be something like price less than equal to 20. Now, you might be wondering, how are we going to write the formulas each time? It's different every single time. So that is where the magic of AI comes into play. So if you click on this magic-like button, you will see that now this value would be automatically filled out by your AI agent. Dynamically, based on whatever the customer has asked for, it's going to write the formula for you. It's going to, get the fields, find the best matching products and recommend it to your customer. In the description, you can just say that filter based on price. The field name is, let's see what the field name is. Yeah, the field name is also price. So price. Yeah. And that's it. You can save it. So this AI agent is going to send a request to Airtable to basically filter out the rows based on the formula that this one has defined. Then this one is going to return the filtered rows to the OpenAI assistant, and that one is going to choose the best matching product for the customer and display it back on WhatsApp. Similarly, we're going to create the order tracking feature. So all you have to do is click on the three dots, click on duplicate, put it here, and then just connect it here. All of these remain the same. Oh, it's just the table that's going to change. So you will have to select order logs. And the filter by formula, again, coming from AI, you still have to change the description. So if I see here, the field name is order ID. I'll basically have to mention that filter based on order ID, and the field name, okay, there's a gap, and the field name is order ID. Pretty simple. That's it. So let's just rename these. So this tool we're going to call inventory lookup, and this tool we can call order tracking. Now, if you come back to the prompt that you had set up, you'll have to scroll down and you have to change the name of your tool. So for order tracking, the name of the tool is this, so that it knows that, okay, I have to call this tool. And for this one, it's this, okay? And then you can save it. Just click on the tidy up button so that it looks a bit more organized. Okay. And the last thing that we want to do is have a feature where the person can actually give their name, email, and phone number to raise a query, right? So again, you can click on duplicate and just connect the tools here. This time we're going to select create instead of search because we want to create a record in this table every time there is a customer which says that, I want to raise a ticket or I want to escalate my query to, the team or something like that. So we're going to select create here. Then the table this time is going to be tickets. And all of this information, you can click on the magic buttons and AI is going to automatically fill it out. So it's going to ask the person for their name, phone number, email, and issue. And then it's going to automatically fill it out and add it as a record in the table. So we have these three. Now just rename the tool so that we don't get confused. So this is the search tool. This is the create one. Yeah, just rename it so that you don't get confused in the future. So let's rename it as create ticket. And then in the prompt again, we're just going to change it back. So it's going to be create ticket. So these are the main three features or the main three tools that the WhatsApp agent can access anytime to perform the actions. Now, lastly, we have to set up that code tool I was talking about in the beginning. Now, let me tell you why there is even a need to set it up. Let me tell you. So if I go to WhatsApp and if I ask it any question, let's say, what's your refund policy? Also, before you actually go ahead and test it, please make sure it's on. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, so let's ask it this question. Right, so it got the answer. Now, if you see here, there's this weird annotation here, right? We don't want this. We don't want our customers to see that it got this answer from shopease FAQs.pdf. We don't want that. So that is the reason why we need a code tool which is going to clean up the response from the OpenAI assistant. So again, all you have to do is click on the plus icon here, search for code tool. Language is going to be JavaScript, and then just simply paste this piece of code. Now, I will include this in the resources. You can copy paste it, just 4 lines of code, and that's it. And then all you have to make sure is that your prompt says this line that before every response, run the remove annotations tool on the output. Also, let's just rename the tool by this name so that it can recognize it. So let's just rename it, remove annotations. Yep. And now it's going to call that to clean up the response before getting back to us. So let me try asking it another question. So let's see, what are your business hours? Great. So this is working now, the remove annotations tool, and simply you can test each and every tool one by one. So just like I did in the demo, you'll have to do you'll have to pretend that you had placed an order, you want to know the order status, then you can similarly test the other tools, and it's going to call the tools given that you have named them correctly here as well as in your prompt. If you did, it's going to call the tools. And if you ever want to see what's happening on the back end, you can always come to n8n, come to executions and see it. Lastly, just rename the automations. So let's say WhatsApp, bot, YouTube. So I hope by now you have a WhatsApp chatbot up and running. If it is, then please let me know in the comments below. I would be really happy to know that. Just in case you're facing any issues, let me know and I would respond to your comments. Also, if you're using something else other than Airtable, which I'm pretty sure you are, in that case, you will have to replace these with those particular tools. So just click on the plus icon, search for your own platform and connect it. So it could be Shopify, it could be any other. If you're looking to create any other tools, so let's say your business includes setting appointments. So you want to connect it to your calendar. So in that case, you can select the plus icon. You can select whichever calendar you're using. It could be Google calendars, it could be some other calendar, and you can go ahead and connect it. And similarly, you can have as many tools as you want. If you want more control over how it's responding to people, you can change the prompting. So basically, test the bot, see what's going wrong, update it in the prompt, and that's how you're going to get a perfect WhatsApp chatbot. All the resources, everything in the description below. If you're interested in working with us, then the link to our website is in the description. If you would like to connect with me, then the link to my LinkedIn account is also in the description below. So basically, you gotta check the description, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope this was valuable and you were able to create something great out of it. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.